you considering new construction in the Middle Tennessee area? If so, then stay tuned because in today's video, we are tackling part 3 of my 3-part new construction series where we are talking about all the things that you need to know when it comes to new construction. And today we are going to be diving into what home prices for new construction are doing and what they're expected to do. Are they going down? Are they going up? Are homes still appraising? We're talking about all of that and more in today's video. Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin Martin and I am a local Nashville real estate agent and founder of the Caitlin Martin team, powered by 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄 Realtors, the Andrews Group. I specialize in working with savvy sellers who want to sell right and sell smart, as well as working with out-of-staters looking to relocate to the Middle Tennessee area. Now, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, thank you so much. Please feel free to click subscribe down below so that you are notified anytime I release new video content, which is every Tuesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So in today's video, we're tackling part 3 of my 3-part new construction series. If you missed the other 2, you can click down below. I'm also going to link part 1 up here as well as part 2 if you want to check those out. In the last couple of videos, we've really taken a deep dive into what you need to know about the new construction process. What are the pros? What are the cons? What do you need to know if you're thinking about new construction in the Middle Tennessee area? And today we're going to be talking about new construction home prices because this is something that I've heard more people ask about. And I think there's a little bit of a misconception. People are wondering, are new construction homes still going to appraise? So we're going to be talking about that in today's video. So what is happening with new construction pricing? Are new construction homes tanking in price? So let's talk about that. So new construction, we are still, if we are looking at the big scale picture, new construction wise, we are still low in the amount of new construction inventory that we have compared to the demand that's coming into the Middle Tennessee area. That is a big piece to know because there's so many headlines out there and there's so much information going around, but that is something to keep in mind. If you are unaware, if you haven't caught one of my other market update videos where I've talked about this before, but another 200,000 people are expected to be in the Middle Tennessee area by 2025. Another 1 million people are moving to the state of Tennessee by 2040, with 57% of that population landing here in the Middle Tennessee area. And so Nashville has seen explosive growth. We are continuing on an upward trajectory. So we have to keep that in mind when we're talking about new construction home prices and what's happening there. Because again, a lot of these headlines, whether it's new construction, whether it's existing, people are saying that home prices are tanking and they're painting this doom and gloom situation, but real estate's hyper local and we're gonna be talking about what is happening here in Middle Tennessee. So keeping in mind that even though you see more new construction inventory online, when we're taking a look at the grander scale, that yes, we definitely have more new construction on the market than we had in recent years, we still overall are not being able to build homes as fast as what we need them. So keeping that in mind, what you're seeing with new construction pricing is that pricing right now, it is far more stabilized than what we had seen 1.5 years, 2 years ago. That's a really good thing to know. So these are really important things to keep in mind because a lot of times you can see, which is not something that we had been seeing, you can see where maybe a new construction home, you're seeing $20,000 come off of it, $50,000. So it can make you think that new construction home prices are tanking, when indeed they are not. They are just stabilizing because our market is a market in transition. We are not in a market in decline. We are just merely a market that's in this transition. And we're really just kind of hanging in this position where there's not a whole lot happening. If we're tracking our inventory, if we're tracking prices, if we're tracking days on market, there are minor fluctuations. So we're just kind of hanging there. And so we've not seen a major flip, and the conditions for a major flip that would cause our home pricing to tank is just not there. So while you may see where there are some price decreases, it's not this major downturn in the new construction housing market. It's just as our market continues to find its way through these interest rates and what's happening, now we're seeing where builders are making some price adjustments where needed. However, those price adjustments most times are going to be on spec homes. So if you didn't catch one of the first two videos, we did talk about the various new construction options. So if you are somebody that wants to pick your own lot, pick your own floor plan and build on it, that's a semi-custom opportunity. And a lot of times there's not going to be a ton of wiggle room in price, because built into that price is going to be a potential lot premium, and it's going to be all the different selections that you yourself have made. Now, when you see those new constructions that are having some of those price cuts on them, that is most likely a spec home, which means the builder picked the floor plan, the builder picked the finishes, and the builder's just going ahead and building this home, knowing, and then putting it on the market for somebody. This is a great opportunity for somebody that maybe has a quicker move-in timeline, or somebody that doesn't want to have to necessarily deal with making all of the decisions. So the builder builds that price based on what it is that they've chosen, and so the builder's going to have a little bit more wiggle room when it's something that they've picked versus when it's something that you have picked from ground zero. So that's what we're seeing, is that if you notice that. On the flip side though, if you've been paying attention to some of the new construction pricing here, you'll also know on the flip side of things, because the way our market's moving, some new construction homes, you'll see them go up $10,000 or $20,000 in price. And so it's because they start to see the demand, the way the market's moving, and of course the builder wants to capitalize on that. So we cannot say unequivocally that our housing market's in this massive downturn, or new construction's in a downturn. What you can expect with new construction home prices is, if you're doing that semi-custom option, a lot of times that price is going to be locked in, because it's going to be based on the choices that you've made to put in that home. If it's a spec home, there could potentially be more negotiating room and more wiggle room in that opportunity. So that's what you're seeing. But then again, on the other side, as our market changes, you do not be surprised if you actually start to see spec homes increase their prices, because we're starting to see that now. So these are things to keep in mind. Are homes appraising? Are new construction homes appraising? Yes, they are. So I love to tell people these stories about my clients that have gone through the new construction process, because I think sometimes maybe people don't fully think about this up front, but it shows the way that our Nashville market is moving. So a lot of times when you start from picking your lot and building from scratch, you're gonna have generally somewhere between an 8 to 12 to 14 month timeline from the time you go under contract to the time that you close. So when you do that, your home price, once you're through the design process and you've locked in all of your choices, at a certain point shortly after that, your home price gets locked in to what it is at the time of contract at that time. But as you know, with the Nashville market, we continue to move forward. One thing that I love to stress to people is that our market, you can hear all these doom and gloom headlines. I mean, they're out there, they're doing their best to scare you. That's what the news does. That's how they make money. And so with that, a lot of people can start to get these ideas like, oh my God, is my home not going to appraise? I can't speak to other parts of the country, but I can speak to the Nashville area. And I have watched it happen time and again, because with the growth that's happening in Nashville, with the amount of people that's coming into Nashville, and the fact that even if with all the people that came in, even if they all got a new construction house, we don't have a surplus of new construction. So because of that, we are still moving in an upward trajectory. We still are seeing homes appreciate. And with new construction, when you lock in that home price and it's 8, 9, however long it is, 14 months from the time that you lock in that price, the great thing is that by the time you get to the closing table, a lot of times you're sitting on a great amount of equity already built into your home. On day one, when you move in, you're walking in with equity, which is a fantastic opportunity. And to watch what some of my clients now have in equity in their new construction home in just the last year or two, it is wild. So again, that's a great benefit of new construction. And so unless the world flips upside down on its head, which we've got no market indicators of that, But if the world turned upside down tomorrow, as of right now, regardless of that, our market is still moving in an upward trajectory. It's just not at that crazy amount that we were seeing year and a half, 2 years ago. It's just far more normalized, far more stable, but Nashville's continuing to grow, which means those people need places to live, which means our housing is continuing to appreciate. And because of the new construction process, we're still seeing homes appraise, which is great. So while there can be opportunity, especially with spec homes, to potentially get something off the purchase price that it's listed for online, a lot of times still with new construction, especially if you're doing that semi-custom to custom option, you are going to be locked in price-wise. But again, we're by no means seeing our new construction market take a massive downturn. We just have more inventory than what we've had, but it's still not enough to supply all the people that are moving here and that are seeking new construction homes. So again, this does now, compared to a year and a half ago, if you missed my first video where we talked about how crazy our new construction market was in the pandemic, where people were basically having to give over their firstborn child in order to get on the list to get a new construction home, you do have more opportunity now. Because back then a lot of your customization options were taken away from you because there were such supply chain issues and builders were just having to crank out the homes. They were having to pick the lot, the floor plan, the finishes, and you were just having to say, I want this house, I've got it, and that was it. Now you have far more opportunity now to go back to that customization, which is really great. And again, a spec home, there is still room for negotiation. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about the new construction process, or if you're thinking about new construction, or you're just thinking about making a move to the Middle Tennessee area and you're trying to figure out what's best for you, if you are ready to start that conversation, I would love to talk to you. I do have a link down below where you can book a Zoom discovery call with me so that we can talk more about a potential move, what you're looking for, see if we are a fit to work together. If you're not ready for that just yet, that's okay too. I do have a free Nashville relocation guide down below. And if you want updates about new construction, we also have another link down below where you can get on an email list where we will be emailing you each month new construction updates. So there is that opportunity too. Again, if you're thinking about making a move, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My name is Caitlin Martin. I'll see you next time.